This morning we have a box of Bloomburrow. Set came out recently, and I wanted to open it. Open it on camera and see if we can get some cool stuff. I'm not looking for a whole lot of specific cards out of this, which is another reason why I think it'll be fun to open instead of just buying singles. If I get those singles though, it works out. And once again, I apologize for the camera setup. It isn't the greatest. It's just a spell table branded like phone clamp. But I have nothing to clamp it to, so it's clamped onto one of my screens. Interesting. Yeah, so these are play boosters, which means they're probably meant for drafting or something else. I don't know. It's the only kind of box they had at the local card store. I remember I miss when the boxes were just boxes and didn't have specific purposes. But that's capitalism for you. So first pack. Let's see what we get. Let's move this further up so we have some space. I didn't comment about it because I just kind of went straight in. But we got little Mabels. We got little Mabels as the art for the packs. With her crag flame. It's adorable. Alright. The art card. Let's try and keep myself more centered. Spooky. Yeah, they made... I wonder why the rats are these, like... molluscoid spooky people. I don't know, I pegged the rats more as being like the necromancer type, but they gave that to the squirrels. Here's our foil, Sky Skipper Duo. Full art basic. A mythic right off the rip, huh? Season of the Bold. Down a land shipper coat. Yeah, I'll be attempting to divide by color again and by like I'm gonna stick the rares and the foils together because they go in a separate thing in my organizational system, so that is just on the edge of our screen here, so that's as far as I can take it. 3 tree mascot, cash grab, scales of shale, sonar strike. The bats are pretty sick in this set, if we're being honest. I feel like the bats and the otters are probably the strongest ones. Aww, this is adorable. Take a sip of water. And move on. There we go. We got a rabbit. This is a great token. I love the art style of these. They're like very storybook. It's so cute. This whole set is so cute. Dazzling Denial. Full art Swamp. Oh, look at that. Our first legend, Zoraline Cosmos Collar. Isn't this one of like the really good bats? take it. Ruthless Negotiation. Oak Hollow Village. It's my crab. It's the crab boy. Gift a tapped fish. I really like how it's the juxtaposition between like the cute little denizens of Valley and then how natural disasters are literally elemental creatures. I think that's so cool. Three Tree Root Weaver. Roughshod Duo. Corpseberry Cultivator. Like, why did they make squirrels the, like, creepy necromancers? Honestly, it could have been any of them, I feel like. So why squirrels? I guess squirrels already had, like, some effects like that, just pre-existing, so it made more sense. Stick that in a new pile. Thornplate Intimidator. You know, I'm kind of really hoping that eventually they just start making these like double color cards just gold instead of like this. Like, I get why, because it could be like it could be mono black or it could be mono green. But I just kind of wish they'd make them gold, because I always end up putting these in my gold piles and they really stand out. And it really bugs me. Life Creed Duo. And another Sky Skipper Duo. But this one isn't foil. Yeah. I figured I'd stream this just because... Yeah, I figured I'd stream this just because... opening packs can take a while, and if I just recorded it, I'd probably have to edit it out, and didn't really feel like doing that. This is Recycling. Ooh, a foil Life Creed Duo. The Plains. Dowerport Mage. Feather of Flight. Stargaze. Oh, it's a little fruit bat looking dude. Splash Lasher. Bravekin Duo. Poliwop. I love this card. I think it's so silly. I think this card is so silly. Steampath Charger. Bumbleflower's Sharepot. Longstalk Brawl. Early Winter. Nettle Guard. And another Dazzling Denial. Hopefully nothing goes on outside, because I have to open my window. It is getting stuffy in here. Darkstar Augur. What an oddly specific token. What makes this token? That's a good creature. Foil Spellgyre. Also, pretty good card. Island. If I have to pick a card I'm hoping to pull, it's Flubs. I think that's the card I'm looking to pull the most. Oh, that was a rare. Oops. I was distracted thinking of Flubs. Emberheart Challenger. Haste, Prowess, Valiant. Whenever Emberheart Challenger becomes the target of a spell or ability you control for the first time each turn, exile the top card of your library. Until end of turn, you may play that card. Neat. 2/2. Meet rare. Dewdrop Cure. Wandertail Mentor. This dude is a mana dork. Oh, he's going in Ragadraga. Yeah. Yeah, this guy's going in Ragadraga. Brazen Collect. I love the raccoons. I love their whole little trash druid aesthetic. Feed the cycle. Seriously, why are the squirrels so morbid? I see squirrels every day and I don't think, man, those dudes, they're little necromancers. Some red cards. Junk Blade Bruiser. I mean, look at the I love the raccoons. The raccoons are so sick. Mapache. This dude, not a mana dork though, but he's still cool. Baker's Bane Duo. Look how adorable that art is. Nocturnal Hunger. Sounds terrifying. Thought Shucker. I never liked the term shuck. I've never liked it at all. Another Sonar Strike. That is a double. Stick that with the other one. Oh, we got another art card. It's Hugs. If I pull a Hugs, that's also going in Ragadraga. Foil Steam Path Charger. A Foil Mountain. Coiling Rebirth. Return target, gift a card. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Then if the gift was promised and that creature isn't legendary, create a token that's a copy of it, except it's 1/1. That is really good. That is really good. I might put that in my Farika deck. Just because it's snake themed on top of being good. Jolly Gerbils. And yeah, when I talk about decks, I'm talking about Commander. I don't really play other formats anymore. I started with Modern, which is not a great place to start if we're honest. Pawn Prophet. No, I started with Modern and then shifted to Standard. Kept up with that for a while until I moved out of my parents' place. After that, Magic became untenably expensive to play Standard. The last time I did anything in Standard, Amonkhet was Amonkhet and Hour of Devastation were in the rotation. I had a Teamer Locusts control deck, I want to say it was control. Yeah. It was fun because what it did, it focused on cycling with Abandoned Sarcophagus. So I would just cycle away pretty much all of my cards. Like I had a bunch of copies of not Stubborn Denial, the cycling one with the Eternal Aven on it. I forget what it was called, but basically with Abandoned Sarcophagus, I could cast them from my grave. And it was really good to just always have answers, and basically I was just able to control and slow down the game enough that my Locust God could survive and turn the game around. That's how, it was really good against other control decks, not so much against aggro, because if they like punched through fast enough, I couldn't do anything about it. Anyway, Rabbit. Our foil is an agate. Is it agate or agate or agate or I've never really figured out how to pronounce that word. There's too many ways to do it. But anyway, Agate Blade Assassin so is our foil. Beautiful full art planes. Hired Claw is our rare. Whenever you attack with one or more lizards, Hired Claw deals 1 damage to target opponent. Put a +1/+1 counter on Hired Claw. Activate only if an opponent lost life this turn. It's pretty sick. He's rare, so he goes in the rare pile. Honored Dray Leader. Squirrel. Seedglaive Mentor. Long River Lurker. Rabid Gnaw. This is horrifying Nightmare Fuel art, by the way. Like, this is absolutely terrifying. Fountainport Bell. Search your library for basic land, reveal it. It's not bad. It's actually not a bad card. Roughshod Duo. Veteran Guardmouse. 3-tree Root Lever. This dude's a mana dork too, but I have better mana dorks already in Raga Draga. So, Psychic Whirl. This art is top dollar. Waterspout Warden and Dire Sight. Food. You know, looking at this and looking at this, it makes me wonder either how huge the dandelions are or how incredibly tiny the fruit is in this world. Because, like, that's a, like, how, like, that's a dandelion, that's a dandelion. Why is it such a huge disparity? Assuming this table is in a house fit for someone this size, it's a little crazy. I don't know. I'm overthinking things that don't need to be overthought. Foil Pearl of Wisdom. That's a solid card for an Otter deck. Foil Forest. Dawn's Truce. I thought I know Maha is a black card, but just seeing the art made me think I got it for a second. Dawn's Truces are rare. Gift a card. You and permanents you control gain hexproof until end of turn. If the gift was promised, permanents you control also gain indestructible. That's pretty good. Repel Calamity is such a, like, the art on it is so cinematic. Galewind Moose. Long River's Pull. I love the gift cards on counterspells. I find that hilarious. I want to use one and be like, I know you're trying to cast your commander, but here, have it draw a card instead. You know. Starscape Cleric, Bravekin Duo, Might of the Meek, Bumbleflower Sharepot, Longstalk Brawl, Intrepid Rabbit, Dazzling Denial, and a Hidden Grotto. I have no idea how long this stream is going to be. Basically, it's going to last as long as opening all these packs takes. We got a new art card. It's going to be Ink Eyes, Servant of the Oni. Spooky. It's a very different vibe from the other cards in this set. We got a full art island. Our rare is Mockingbird. Is that a Mockingbird? Flying. You may have Mockingbird enter as a copy of any creature on the battlefield with mana value less than or equal to the amount of mana spent to cast Mockingbird, except it's a bird in addition to its other types and it has flying. Laughing at you? No, I'm laughing as you, which is kind of terrifying. That's our rare. The Bird Bard Mockingbird. Seasoned Warren Guard. Lily Splash Mentor. Wildfire Howl. Plume Creed Escort. War Squeak. Bark Form Harvester. Whisker Quill Scribe. Seed Pod Squire. Saver. Thistledown Players, and another Skyskipper duo. Ignore all of that. Just some empty water bottles falling. Rottenmouth Viper. Ooh, this is sick. This is really cool. Yeah, that's really good. That's really cool art. We got a full art forest. Our rare is the Iridescent Vine Lasher, creature lizard assassin, offspring 2, landfall. Whenever a land you control enters the battlefield. I don't like I'm gonna get this out of the way. I don't like enters. If they wanted to shorten it, they could have been like enters the field or whatever. Because enters, I know they mean enters the battlefield, but you could also be like enters the graveyard, enters exile, enters the hand, enters light. Like, it's any zone that you can enter any zone. So I don't like this change. So yeah, whenever a land you control enters the battlefield, this creature deals 1 damage to target opponent. That is annoying. I would hate that. I would hate to play against that. We got a vehicle that looks nothing like a vehicle and instead looks like a very different Groot and Rocket Raccoon. Brightblade Stoat. Playful Shove. Probably less playful when you're gigantic. Shoreline Looter. Why are the rats wet? Like, why do they make wet rats? Ravine Raider. Sunshower Druid. I mean, look at that little guy. Steam Path Charger. Got a lot of these guys. Head of the Homestead. Scales of Shale. Crumb and Get It. I love that. That one's a good title. Mind Spiral. And on to the next pack. Welcome, second viewer. Just opening some packs. Enjoying the new set. Starscape Cleric as a token. Darkstar Augur. Oh, it's a token. So, like, okay. I didn't realize they would make actual tokens instead of just copies. I figured they would just shove a bunch of copies in here. Oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool. I like that more than just more generic copy tokens. But yeah, that's our foil. Our foil rare, we got a mountain, and our other rare is Valley Floodcaller. Valley Rally, Stormcatch Mentor. This might be a little weird for 2 seconds, but I want to make sure that I'm coming across normally in the mic. I don't want to sound like far away or anything, so I'm just gonna check that. Well, Well, I'll finish this pack and then I'll put my headphones on so I can hear it. But Tempest Angler, Daggerfang Duo, Banishing Light, Classic, Light Shell Duo, and an Uncharted Haven. Alright, let's get my headphones on here. Okay. Okay, I sound alright. Oh man. Oh, I paused my stream. Trying to mute it. I'm a genius. There we go. Back to opening packs. We've got Cindering Cutthroat as an art card. Ooh, and we got a signature one. I like that. I like the signature ones. Alright, so this cool signature belongs to Wayne Reynolds. Sixth signature. Foil, Might of the Meek. Forest. Alright, we've got Castrol, the Wind Crested. Legendary creature, bird scout, flying. Whenever one or more birds you control deal combat damage to a player, choose one. You may put a bird creature card from your hand or graveyard onto the battlefield with a finality counter on it. Put a +1/+1 counter on each bird you control, or draw a card. Solid. Very solid bird. Short Bow, Flowerfoot Swordmaster, Patchwork Banner, Brambleguard Veteran, Bellowing Crier, Druid of the Spade, Frilled Sparkshooter, Moonrise Cleric, a Gateblade Assassin, Carrot Cake, and Night Whirl Hermit. Oops, didn't need to move the whole box. The whole box. I feel like my voice cracked there. I just realized that that's probably very loud. I'm gonna start opening them further from my my camera then. All right, the infamous Cruel Claw art card. Oh, I really wanted, if there was one I wanted signed, probably this one. I mean, this dude's just sick. Foil Intrepid Rabbit. Foil Full Art Island. We got our first, like, triple color big legend here. Balin the Haymaker. Legendary creature, a rabbit warrior. Tap 2 untapped tokens you control at 1 mana of any color. He's a mana dork. Too many colors, though. Tap 3 untapped tokens you control, draw a card. Tap 4 untapped tokens you control. Put 3 +1/+1 counters on Balin the Haymaker. It gains trample until end of turn. Sick. Burrowguard Mentor. Into the Floodmaw. Consumed by Greed. Rabbit Response. Tree Guard Duo. Sazakap Brew, or Sazakap's Brew. Seedpod Squire. Rush Shield Rampager. Glide Dive Duo. I like that one of them's a lizard. Warren Elder. And Finch Formation. Alright, we're on to the second column of cards now. About a half hour in, so. Excuse me, sorry about that. Oh, I actually have the ability to mute now. That's crazy. I just opened another pack right under the camera. I don't learn anything. we got another Starscape Cleric token. We got a foil Mabel Heir to Crag claim. Wow. I don't know if this card is actually any good or worth anything, but it's cool to be opening Bloomburrow with like not titular, but like the face of the set and getting their foil is sick to me. Other mice you control get +1/+1. When Mabel Heir to Cragflame enters, create Cragflame, a legendary colorless equipment artifact token with equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has vigilance, trample, and haste, and equip 2. That is super cool. I wonder if we'll get that token at some point. We got a mountain. Our rare is the Caretaker's Talent. Whenever one or more tokens you control enter, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. When this class becomes level 2, create a token that's a copy of target token you control. Creature tokens you control get +2/+2. That's honestly really strong, kind of OP. And straight into a Gossip's Talent. It's not a rare, so I'm not even going to bother reading it though. Parting Gust. What is the size of stuff in this world? Like, why are some dudes so much bigger, but then at times, like, they're not that much bigger? Size seems very nebulous in this world. Calamitous Tide, Persistent Marsh Stalker, Take Out the Trash, another Junkblade Bruiser, Heaped Harvest, Bonebind Orator, another Carrot Cake, Shore Up, and a Thornblade Intimidator. Alright. I backed up further from my mic this time when I opened that. Got a rabbit. Our foil is the Sticky Tongue Sentinel. We got a Plains, and our rare is the Hearthborn Battler. Lizard Warlock, haste whenever a player casts their second spell each turn. Hearthborn Battler deals 2 damage to target opponent. That's kind of nuts. It's kind of nuts. Bandit's Talent with good art. Look at that bat. Look at the fidelity on that bat. I wonder if I can, like... No, I can't make it. There we go. Look at the fidelity on that bat. What a good little bloke. Mudflat Village, Hunter's Talent. I'm getting all the talents, all the classes now. Order's Overflow, Agate Assault, Bumbleflower Sharepot again, Druid of the Spade, Pileated Provisioner, Dire Downdraft, Dire Sight, and a Warren Elder. Ooh, we did get Cragflame. Look at that. Oh, that's sick. That is actually hype. I'm so happy. We got a foil Bandit's Talent and a foil Mountain. And we got one of my favorite cards of the set. We got Glarb, Calamity's Augur. I was talking with some of my buddies, and I was like, if we had to do themed Bloomburrow decks, I'd choose this guy because he's cool. I mean, look at him. He's like Tassiger, but a Frog. Yeah, I like this guy. Glarb, Calamity's Augur. Oh, I should read what he does. Legendary creature, Frog Wizard Noble, Death Touch. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. You may play land cards and cast spells with mana value 4 or greater from the top of your library. Surveil 2. Yeah, that guy's sick. Wondertail Mentor, Otterball Antics, Clifftop Lookout, Shoreline Looter, Raccoon Rallier, Mind Drill Assailant, Rush Shield Rampager, Finch Formation, Starlit Soothsayer, Thistledown Players, and Mind Spiral. Yeah, if I had to make a Bloomburrow themed commander deck, I'd go with Glarb and I'd do Frog Tribal. Easy. Easy. Alright. Let's see what we've got in this pack. This pack did not want to open. We got a squirrel. This is good art. Daria Axanova, good art. I like it. We got a Fountainport Bell foil, full art island, and we got our rare Wick the World Mind. World is a weird word because it sounds like world, but it's world. I just said the same thing twice. I don't know if anyone caught the subtle difference in how I said them, but anyway. Legendary creature, Rat Warlock. He's a Grixis commander, apparently. Whenever Wick or another rat you control enters, create a 1/1 black snail creature token. If you don't control a snail, otherwise, put a +1/+1 counter on a snail you control. Then blue, black, red. Sacrifice a snail. Wick deals damage equal to the sacrifice creature's power to each opponent. Then draw cards equal to the sacrifice creature's power. Interesting. So he only makes snails if you don't already have a snail. Is there any other cards that make a snail? Does Toxrill make snails? Or does he make slugs? We got another rare. Sunspine Lynx. The art is terrifying. And players can't gain life. Creature elemental cat. Players can't gain life. Damage can't be prevented. When Sunspine Link enters the battlefield, it deals damage to each player equal to the number of non-basic lands that player controls. This is a mono red commander if I've ever seen one. You just go all mountains. Blast somebody. Jolly Gerbils. We got one earlier, but I didn't bring it up. But Jolly Gerbils annoys me because they made hamster. Right? Like, they made a whole ass creature type for one dude. I don't think there's another hamster in this whole set. And, like, not the last set, but in Thunder Junction, they made a gopher. But they just made the gopher a squirrel, right? Like, why just make this a mouse? You know? Just make it a mouse. Like, no one's going to be able to run Hamster Tribal. Anyway, Jolly Gerbils, Brazen Collector, Splash Lasher, Elenia's Pathmaker. That's not where that goes over here. Hey, we got that Cindering Cutthroat. Still a cool card. Cindering Cutthroat, Treetop Sentries, Take Out the Trash. It would be so funny if Take Out the Trash dealt damage to, like, you could deal damage to players, because then you could target a person and be like, I'm taking out the trash, and just knock them out of the game. It would be funny. Nocturnal Hunger, Nettle Guard, and Thought Shucker. Looks like we got an art card. Glarb, Calamity's Augur. Look at that. Look at that. It has a certain charm to it, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely art. We got a foil Polywop. Heck yeah. Foil Plains. We got another Mabel, Heir to Cragflame. And our other rare, Fecund Green Shell. Creature Elemental Turtle. As long as you control 10 or more lands, creatures you control get +2/+2. Whenever Fecund Green Shell or another creature you control with toughness greater than its power enters the battlefield, look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card, you may put it onto the battlefield tapped. Otherwise, put it into your hand. Reading that, I've never felt more like I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, that felt like it went on forever for some reason. I don't know why that one specifically, but we got a Fireglass Mentor. Flame Cash Gecko. Sinister Monolith. War Squeak. Pond Prophet. 3-Tree Rootweaver. Might of the Meek. Psychic Whirl. Pileated Provisioner, and a Pearl of Wisdom. There we go. Sword. Very specific. I don't know what makes that yet. We got a foil rabbit response. A swamp, full art swamp. Our rare is Portent of Calamity. Sorcery, reveal the top X cards of your library. For each card type, you may exile a card of that type from among them. Put the rest into your graveyard. You may cast a spell from among the exiled cards without paying its mana cost. If you exiled 4 or more cards this way, then put the rest of the exiled cards into your hand. That is incredibly risky. I guess that's why it's called Portent of Calamity. Shrike Force, Lupin Flower Village, Night Fisher, 3-Tree Scribe, Bellowing Crier, Corpseberry Cultivator, Sticky Tongue Sentinel, Conduct Electricity, Daggerfang Duo, Crumb and Get It, and Water Spout Warden. I'm starting to think I might be allergic to magic cards or something, because whenever I do deck building or organizing my cards or opening packs, I get a really stuffy nose. I might be allergic to the cards or something. I don't know. I'm allergic to something. Rat Token. A foil Psychic Whirl. A full art Forest. And our rare is the Salvation Swan. Creature, Bird Cleric, Flash, Flying. Whenever Salvation Swan or another bird you control enters the battlefield, exile up to 1 target creature you control without flying. Return it to the battlefield under its owner's control with a flying counter on it at the beginning of the next end step. Neat. Heirloom Epic. Plume Creed Mentor. Heartfire Hero. Spellgyre. Bravekin Duo. Barkform Harvester. Baker's Bane Duo. Frilled Spark Shooter. Saver. Waxwane Witness. The bats have such good art in this set. Shore up. And on to the next pack. The bats seriously have some of the best art in this set. What do we get? Oh, what if I... Oh, there we go, I caught them. None of them fell. Whoa, that was spooky. I got it. We got a Pond Prophet art card. Nice. Foil Harnesser of Storms. Full art Plains. Our rare is the Valley Rotcaller. 1 and a black. Creature, Squirrel Warlock. Menace. Whenever Valley Rotcaller attacks, each opponent loses X life and you gain X life, where X is the number of other squirrels, bats, lizards, and rats you control. We all share 1 life and 1 death. Rotcaller saying. Evil Squirrels. Oh, it's a rare. It goes in this pile, obviously. Builder's Talent, Mouse Trapper, Wix Patrol with a, I know what this thing's called. I mean, I should know what this is called. This is a bobbit worm? I think this is a bobbit worm. Somebody Google a bobbit worm and let me know in the comments if this is actually a bobbit worm. Brambleguard Captain, War Squeak, Mind Drill Assailant. See, that's what I mean. It should be gold, because then I could easily just like put it right there instead of like, where does it go? Poliwhup, Steampath Charger, Hidden Grotto, Starlit Soothsayer, and an Intrepid Rabbit. Alright. Tender Wild Guide. What a cute, cute token. I need to know what makes this token so that I can put it in Radagodraga, because this is a mana dork. And I love him. Or her. Or they. What a cutie pie, either way. See, I made that rhyme. Foil, Longstock Brawl, Full Art Swamp. Our mythic rare is the Storm Splitter. Creature, Otter Wizard, Haste. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, create a token that's a copy of Storm Splitter. Exile that token at the beginning of the next end step to 1/4. Not bad. Peerless Recycling, Tidecaller Mentor, Hivespine Wolverine. I bet it has adamantium bones. Huskburster Swarm is terrifying. This thing is scary. Veteran Guard Mouse. It goes over here. Longstock Brawl, Pond Prophet, Sazakap's Brew, Light Shell Duo, Early Winter, and a Nettle Guard. Ugh. I'm super glad I brought the water, because apparently talking like this is hurting my throat. Alright, what's our art card? Mockingbird. This one's by Aurora Folney. Look at that. Look at that. Foil Shore Up. Full Art Mountain. Our rare is Manifold Mouse. 1 and a red. Creature, Mouse Soldier. Offspring 2. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target mouse you control gains your choice of Double Strike or Trample until end of turn. Solid, solid card. I don't know why I put it in the white pile. There we go. Star Charter. Daring Wave Rider. Blooming Blast. Moonstone Harbinger. Tempest Angler. Cash Grab. Whisker Quill Scribe. I keep putting the Whisker Squill, and I don't know why. Skyskipper Duo, Dire Sight, Warren Elder, and Runaway together. I am going to pop some lozenges, because my throat is bugging me. And now, a thing from our non-existent sponsors. Alright, my voice might sound a little funny, but I have a lozenge in my mouth. Next pack. We've got a bat. Bat token. It looks terrifying. I would not want this coming after me. Our foil, Starlit Soothsayer. foil swamp. Ooh, look at this. Kitsa, Otterball Elite. Alright. Kitsa, Otterball Elite, 1 blue, 1 and a blue. Legendary creature, Otter Wizard, Mythic Rare, Vigilance, Prowess. Tap, draw a card, then discard a card. 2 tap, copy target instant or sorcery spell you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. Activate only if Kitsa's power is 3 or greater. That's pretty cool. And a very fancy art. Vine Reap Mentor. Curious Forager. Coruscation Mage. High Stride. Moonrise Cleric. Sticky Tongue Sentinel. Roughshod Duo. Glide Dive Duo. Uncharted Haven. A Carrot Cake. And Shore Up. Food token, foil, Thornplate Intimidator, a swamp. Our rare is the legendary Camellia the Seed Miser. Legendary 1 black and green. Legendary creature, Squirrel Warlock. Menace. Other squirrels you control have menace. Whenever you sacrifice 1 or more foods, create a 1/1 green squirrel creature token. 2 forage. Put a +1/+1 counter on each other squirrel you control. To forage, exile 3 cards from your graveyard or sacrifice a food. It's pretty good. We got another rare, back-to-back rares. Starfall Invocation. Those are just normal wolves. I thought like all the predators were elemental monsters. Anyway, Starfall Invocation. 3 white, sorcery. Gift a card. Destroy all creatures. If the gift was promised, return a creature card put into your grave this way from the battlefield under your control. From this way to the battlefield under your control. That's a solid board wipe. Solid board wipe. Harvest Right Host. Long Rivers Pull, Quake Tusk Boar, Ravine Raider, Conduct Electricity, Head of the Homestead, Sun Shower Druid, Early Winter, Life Creed Duo, Light Shell Duo. Alright, we're on to our final column of packs. Art card, Repel Calamity. Ooh, that's a good one to have an art card for, because that's the one that was like, it's super cinematic. I mean, look at that. That's so sick. Isn't that so cool? What a brave little mouse. Also, I think yep. The foil is the Daggerfang Duo. Island. Full art. Another Mabel. And this one is an alt art. I like it. It's adorable. This is really cool. I did something similar to this with Lost Caverns LCI, where I had the alt art Galta, a foil Galta, and a regular Galta. But this time I did it with Mabel. Dewdrop Cure. Dewdrop Cure. Drift Gloom Coyote. Overprotect. Downwind Ambusher. We're getting some new cards here. Junkblade Bruiser. Polywallop, Frilled Sparkshooter, Agate Blade Assassin, Thistledown Players, Finch Formation, and Saver. Still no flubs, and no Tarkir Lightning Dragon. I didn't expect to pull them. I just kind of wanted to. Actually, flubs might not even be in the main, like, booster set. I don't know, they divide everything super weird now. This is just an ad. We got a foil, Bark Knuckle Boxer. Full Art Forest. Our rare is the legendary Scaled, Gev, Scaled Scorch. Or is it Jev? Is it Jev or Gev? It might be Jev. Yeah, anyway, he's a legendary creature, lizard mercenary. Ward is pay 2 life. Other creatures you control enter with an additional +1/+1 counter on them for each opponent who lost life this turn. Whenever you cast a lizard spell, Jev Scaled Scorch deals 1 damage to target opponent. So he's the lizard commander, clearly. Starforged Sword. Rockface Village. Splash Portal. Bone Cache Overseer. Rabbit Response. Head of the Homestead. Tree Guard Duo. Might of the Meek. Wax Wane Witness. Dire Downdraft, and Bonebind Orator. I'm not sure why, but in that moment I kind of wanted to go like Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist. But there's like no reason for me to do that, so. We got a snail. You know, these things on a snail are actually like a fungus growing inside the snail's head. It's not actually like a snail thing. It's like a mind control fungus. So it's cute, but kind of horrifying. Our foil is the Honored Dray Leader. We got a Full Art Island. Our rare is the Fountain Port. It's a land. Tap to add a colorless. 2 and tap to sack a token and draw. 2 tap, sack a token, draw a card. 3 tap, pay 1 life, create a 1/1 blue fish creature token. 4 tap, create a treasure token. Interesting. It's a rare. It still goes in this pile. Actually, all the foil lanes that I've been putting in this pile, they should be going in this pile. But I realized that way too late, so I'm going to have to just do that later off camera. Another Honored Dray Leader. Starseer Mentor. I love this card too. The bats look so dope. Hazard Root Herbalist. Fell. War Squeak. Tempest Angler. Cash Grab. Conduct Electricity. Crumb and Get It. Dazzling Denial, and Nocturnal Hunger. This is going to be one of my shorter streams. Oh, we got that fish. It's cute. Foil Long River's Pull, Full Art Swamp, and our rare is the Wishing Well. Artifact, Wishing Well, 3 and a blue artifact. Tap. Put a coin counter on Wishing Well. When you do, you may cast target instant or sorcery card with mana value equal to the number of coin counters on Wishing Well from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. If that spell would be put into your graveyard, exile it instead. Activate only as a sorcery. That is very neat. Mabel's Medal. So is Mabel like a badass? Because, like, this art makes Mabel seem like kind of an anime protagonist. Blacksmith's Talent. Galewind Moose. Bravekin Duo. Moonrise Cleric. Sunshower Druid. Agate Assault. Life Creed Duo. Pearl of Wisdom. Daggerfang Duo. And a Pileated Provisioner. I think we're getting an art card. Dawn's Truce. That was good art too, so this should be pretty sick. Oh, it's so much better. I mean, the other one was nice too, but like, look at this. This is so good. Foil Starscape Cleric. Foil Mountain. I might as well start putting them in there. Hey, we got... Whoa, look at that. That's crazy. What are the chances of that? That's so cool. Tangle Tumbler, Wandertail Mentor, Long River Lurker, Thought Stalker Warlock, Three Tree Mascot, Heaped Harvest, Raccoon Rallier, Hidden Grotto, Mind Spiral, Psychic Whirl, and Intrepid Rabbit. Flowerfoot Swordmaster. The art is so cute. This whole set is so cute. I wish I could have got 2 boxes, but that is definitely out of my budget right now. Our foil is the Blooming Blast. Full Art Mountain. Our rare is the legendary Phineas Ace Archer. I know why it couldn't be, but I wish it was a fox. Disney's furry Robin Hood is a staple of my childhood, and I wish it was a fox, but it wouldn't have made sense for the set because predators are all these natural disasters. So despite the fact that all of these cute little dudes still consume meat and blood on rare occasions, just saying. Anywho, Phineas Ace Archer, green and white, legendary creature, rabbit archer, vigilance and reach. Whenever Phineas Ace Archer attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on each other creature you control that's a token or a rabbit. Then, if creatures you control have total power 10 or greater, draw a card. That is going to be a pain in the ass to play against. And on the back of Phineas, we have our other rare legend, Vren the Relentless. Legendary creature, Rat Rogue. Ward 2. If a creature an opponent controls would die, exile it instead. At the beginning of each end step, create X11 black rat creature tokens with. This creature gets +1/+1 for each other rat you control, where X is the number of creatures you control, creatures your opponents controlled that were exiled this turn. This dude is just mean. Exile effects like that are so sweeping tend to be pretty mean to play against, but he's really cool. He's got good art. Feather of Flight, Teapot Slinger, Bark Knuckle Boxer, High Stride, Cindering Cutthroat, Druid of the Spade, Take Out the Trash, Thought Shucker, Starlit Soothsayer, and a Water Spout Warden, and a messed up blue pile. I'm messing up all my piles here. Let me just... There we go. Just finishing up this lozenge. Lozenge? Lozenge is gone. Let's take a sip of water. Alright, food token. Oh, we got a foil the infamous Cruel Claw, baby. That's a sick pull. Oh, obviously, I should read what he does. The infamous Cruel Claw, 1 black, red, legendary creature, Weasel Mercenary. Menace. Whenever the infamous Cruel Claw deals combat damage to a player, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card. You may cast that card by discarding a card rather than paying its cost. Yo, this guy is sick. Full Art Swamp, Byway Barterer is another rare. We got another Raccoon rare. Raccoon Byway Barterer, 2 and a red, creature, Raccoon Rogue, Menace. Whenever you expend 4, you may discard your hand. If you do, draw 2 cards. Yeah, that's sick. We keep getting more rares than I'm expecting, and it almost makes me mess up where to put them. Alright, Mind Whisker, Rabid Gnaw, Rabbit Response, Mind Drill Assailant, Tree Guard Duo, Alania's Pathmaker, or Alania, could be either, Vanishing Light, Scales of Shale, and Runaway Together. This is the last, we're in the last 5. Camellia the Seed Miser. Oh boy, this is good. Look at that. And it's one of the signed ones. Well, signed. It'd be pretty cool to get these signed ones signed again by that person. That'd be sick. Yeah, so that's Camellia the Seed Miser art card. Foil Shrike Force, a full art plains. We got Eluge the Shoreless Sea. That's pretty cool. Is that glowing thing his eyeball? That's a really bright eyeball. 1 and triple blue, legendary creature, elemental fish. Eluge's power and toughness are equal to the number of islands you control. Whenever Eluge enters or attacks, put a flood counter on target land. It's an island in addition to its other types for as long as it has a flood counter on it. The first instant or sorcery spell you cast each turn costs blue or 1 less to cast for each land you control with a flood counter on it. That's insane. That's actually crazy. I'll probably be sticking that into my Charix deck just because it's solid. Stocking the Pantry, Flowerfoot Swordmaster, Bushy Bodyguard, Feed the Cycle, Corpseberry Cultivator, Treetop Sentries, Agate Assault, Barkform Harvester, Agate Blade Assassin, Waxwane Witness, and Dire Downdraft. Alright, we got another art card, Ruthless Negotiation. This is so cute. They did a great job with the animal faces. It would have been pretty sick if they got False Knees to do some of the art, some of the cards for this set. If you're not familiar with False Knees, they're an internet comic artist that does a lot of animal stuff, a lot of comedy panels with animals in them. My favorite is the seagull that says you miss 100% of the fries you don't take or something. I love that dude. That bloke is great. Veteran guard mouse is our foil. We have a full art swamp, and we got the rare 3-Tree City. As 3-Tree City, legendary land. As 3-Tree City enters, choose a creature type. Tap, add colorless. 2 and tap, choose a color. Add an amount of mana of that color equal to the number of creatures you control of the chosen type. This is going to pop off in token decks. We got a Fireglass Mentor, Reptilian Recruiter, Hunter's Talent, Bellowing Crier, Rushed Shield Rampager, Raccoon Rallier, 3-Tree Mascot, Bonebind Orator, Nightwhirl Hermit, Sonar Strike, and Pearl of Wisdom. Hey, look, a Sonar Strike. I'm going to set that with the other Sonar Strikes. Why? Because I remember that's the first one I opened, so I remember that goes. All right. Top 3. Well, final 3. We got an ad card, great start to the final 3. A foil Nightwhirl Hermit, a full art island. Our rare is the Valley Quest Caller. Jeez. Creature, Rabbit Warrior. Whenever one or more other rabbits, bats, birds, and or mice you control enter the battlefield, scry 1. Other rabbits, bats, birds, and mice you control get +1/+1. This dude is solid. Is there a 5-color commander for this deck? I don't think so. Oh, sorry about that. Short bow. But yeah, as I was saying, I don't think there's a 5-color commander for this set. Then again, like, it's cool that Wizards is putting so much emphasis on commander, but, like, and sure, it's a really popular format, but I don't think every set should cater to commander. I think commander was fun. I think commander was honestly more fun when it didn't cater as much, because then you really had to, like, test your limits to get your themes to work or your gimmicks to work. Like, my Gideon commander deck is so much fun despite it being so bad. And that's, they didn't make any Gideon commander-centric stuff that I just was able to pull from. And, like, not every tribe needs 5-color commanders or whatever. I just like 5-color. I don't even know if there's a 5-color card in this set. I think every set should have a 5-color card. That could be a legend, like, that's a legendary. Because what if, I think it'd be pretty cool if you could make commander decks that were the representative of the set as a whole. Like, I could say this is my Bloomburrow commander deck, and then have cards like Valley Quest Caller, who does things with everybody, and you can, like, really, I don't know. I'm just talking out my ass, but that's just, I'm notoriously bad at this game. I just play it because I like the fun interactions. Heaped Harvest, Seed Pod Squire, Sazakap Brew, Thornplate Intimidator, Life Creed Duo, and Sky Skipper Duo. Alright, the penultimate pack of the box. I opened that one extremely close to the camera. We got a Manifold Mouse token. Little cute little guy. Little cute little guy. A foil Lupin Flower Village. A full art Plains. Our rare is Season of Gathering. Mythic rare. It's 4 green. Sorcery. Choose up to 5 paws worth of modes. You may choose the same mode more than once. 1 paw, put a +1/+1 counter on a creature you control against Vigilance and Trample until end of turn. 2 paws, choose artifact or enchantment. Destroy all permanents of the chosen type. 3 paws, draw cards equal to the greatest power among creatures you control. It's pretty sick, and it's good art, good effects. This is a good card. A rare, Scrap Shooter. 1 green, creature, Raccoon Archer. Gift a card. Reach. When Scrap Shooter enters the battlefield, if the gift was promised, destroy target artifact or enchantment an opponent controls. Solid. He's a raccoon, so he's already a winner in my books. Oak Hollow Village. Blooming Blast. Fell. I can't not make the reference every time. Veteran Guardmouse, Baker's Bane Duo, Kindle Spark Duo, Early Winter, Nettle Guard, Dazzling Denial, and Nocturnal Hunger. This is the final and ultimate pack. Get this box out of here now. Alright, let's see what we get out of our final Bloomburrow play booster of 14 cards with a guaranteed foil. Alright. It's an art card to start. Season of Weaving. Oh, it's one of these. I like this style of art for the seasons. Okay, so that's good. It's a good start. Our foil is Hop to It. Create 3 1/1 white creature tokens. Got a full art island with a little frog boy in the bottom corner. Look at that little bloke. We've got our rare is the Scavenger's Talent. 1 black. Whenever 1 or more creatures you control die, create a food token. This ability triggers only once each turn. Then 1 and a black for level 2. Whenever you sacrifice a permanent, target player mills 2 cards. Then 2 and a black for level 3. At the beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice 3 other non-land permanents. If you do, return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. It's a good little class. Valley Rally is a red. Solid art. Star Charter, Bat Cleric, Overprotect, Eddie Merc Crab. We got a crab. This whole set, this whole box was worth it. We picked up a crab boy. Eddie Merc Crab. He's expensive. He's a 5/5. He's got flash, and he's overall useless. And that's what makes crabs perfect. Cindering Cutthroat, 3-tree Root Weaver, Roughshod Duo, Corpseberry Cultivator, Thought Shucker, Sonar Strike. It would have been sick if this was the last card in the pack, but Sonar Strike, we'll stick that on the bottom with the other Sonar Strikes. And a Glide Dive Duo. There you go. That was our whole box. I think going through it, again, not knowing the value of any of these, I think my winning cards are my infamous Cruel Claw, my Where is he? My Glarb. And my Zoraline. And then obviously there's there's such a sweet place in my heart for my triple Mabels here. I think this was such a fun pull, having all three of the Mabels. Let's get them up at the camera here. Off to a great start. My triple Mabels. I mean, look at that. That's so cool. Get them actually on camera. My three Mabels. This is probably the coolest thing I did with this box. We didn't pull the super cool dragon, but we got a bunch of other really cool cards. We didn't get Flubs. I'm not even sure Flubs is in the boxes, but he should be. But I'm pretty happy with this haul. I can't wait to incorporate a bunch of these dudes into my existing decks. And I just want to quickly look up that dragon, because I forget what they were called, and they were super cool. Dragonhawk, Fate's Tempest. That's the one. That card is super sick. Yeah, Dragonhawk would have been a sick pull. I'm not too disappointed I didn't get it. I was fairly certain I wasn't going to. When you open these booster boxes looking to get like 2 or 3 specific cards, that's the wrong way to go about it. You open boosters because it's fun, not to pull extremely specific cards. It would have been sick to get Hugs as well. Hugs, Dragonhawk, and Flubs would be my Flubs and Dragonhawk were my main two that I wanted. I'm super happy I got Glarb. That dude's sick. I think I'm probably gonna try and stick him in my Yu-Gi-Oh deck. I'm gonna try to. I don't know if it'll work, because that deck has a very specific way of functioning. I don't know if they were in the boxes, but we didn't get any of the cutesy arts or any of the fancy planeswalkers. But it looks like they have a different set symbol, so it makes sense that they're not in here. There's another Mabel art. We did get an Ink Eyes, a random Ink Eyes. That really threw me off. But yeah, I had a good time. I hope that you watching this have a good idea of what this set is, what the vibe of this set is. And if you like any of the cards that I tossed aside emotionally, feel free to shout them out in the comments. I'm talking to YouTube commenters right now because I don't have any viewers on Twitch. So, yeah. There was one dude who, shout out to the one dude who was in this chat for a little bit. And, hopefully they liked what they saw and they'll consider coming back. But yeah, if you're watching the VOD of this on YouTube, thanks for watching it. Like I said, shout out any cards you liked in the comments, or any cards you I didn't mention that you think would have been cool to pull. And I will see y'all next time. Ciao, Internet.